So today I have Eva, and she is an Ohio native just like me. Yay, Ohio. Ohio. Living here in Salt Lake, and we met at that party. So was it Laura who hosted it?
Leslie.
Leslie, yes. Yeah. I'm still getting to know all of these women, but we are both in a Facebook group for Salt Lake, Salt Lake non-LDS moms?
Yes, yeah.
Which is awesome, because that's like a thing, and we are not.
It's very big down here, but at the same time, with the, Silicon Valley kind of moving in, it's bringing new people in, so it's not as saturated, I feel like, as they're used to.
There's a really awesome mall over by the Cabela's, and there's tons of Adobe's over there. Facebook, I heard, was coming to Salt Lake. It's kind of getting crazy.
Oh, yeah, and a new Amazon. I'm kind of excited because moving from Portland, where it's like a big hub, you can have 2-hour delivery, groceries, then moving here, and it's like, I'm back to the 2 days. I need that, groceries or, whatever. Right. So I'm really excited about Amazon being coming.
Don't they have actual, Amazon stores in Portland?
They do.
Where you can just walk in and find your stuff.
And, oh, yeah. They have, it's like their hub anymore, I feel like, from what experience I've been with.
So I moved from Elko, Nevada, and you moved from Portland to Salt Lake here.
Yeah.
And everything, including even envelope mail in Elko, has to go through Salt Lake. So I got nothing in Elko 2-day delivery. And so, I was moving here, and I'm like, yes, I can start using my Prime. My Prime matters. 2-day delivery is going to be amazing. But, going from 2-hour delivery to 2-day, it's, different. And you have kids, too.
Oh, yeah, it's
I'm sure you're, priming diapers and wipes, last minute.
Oh, yeah. You have even, I remember I had 2 kids home sick, and I was like, I have to get milk. I need something else for dinner. And, as a mom, you don't really want to take the sick kids out to the grocery store. And so I was totally that mom who 2-hour delivered a gallon of milk and, pack of wipes or something just to get us through. And it was a lifesaver.
Oh my God, I could not even imagine. There is nothing of convenience except for the peace and quiet in Elko. And I do miss that.
Oh, yeah.
This city, you would think Utah's kind of vanilla, kind of quiet, kind of small town living. And I think it is in, a lot of the rural areas. But Salt Lake has quite a bit of hustle and bustle.
Traffic,
Traffic, construction. There's just, people. There's just people everywhere all the time.
Yeah, I think it was they were hidden for a while. Then we had the Olympics that was hosted here in Salt Lake.
Oh, yeah, and that was 2002?
Something like that. And it then blew the city up, I feel like. Then that's where everybody was. It wasn't a small town, religious little people. It was the Silicon Valley industries all coming in, and it definitely changed the lifestyle, I think, here.
I guess, yeah, for sure. My boyfriend talked about it before, and he was like, a lot of it changed after the Olympics. And he was born and raised here, and his small town, which is Kearns, is now eaten up by West Valley and all kinds of factories and industries and trucking and all kinds of stuff. So his little small suburban Salt Lake City town is no longer quite so small.
Yeah, I can completely see that. It's moving from Ohio. Ohio, I lived on a farm, 300 acres. Closest neighbor was a mile away.
Love it.
Yeah, love it.
So quiet.
Right? So much peace. You get to just hang out and not run to the mailbox, not to worry about being in your PJs still.
Because no one's going to see you.
Yeah, it was great, you know. And then now I moved into Portland. Portland, you have absolutely no space. There's no yards, really. The commute is crazy. Just like what in Ohio would be 15 minutes is like an hour. Like, it got congested quick, and you have that like panic attack, like, okay, I'm just in this crowd all the time. And then from Portland to here, I feel as though it's a little bit more laid back, but it's still very busy.
It is very busy. And I don't think it's like busy for the space. Like, what is that phrase? Like, per capita?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a tiny space and everyone's trying to do something at once. Where, like things like Cleveland, for instance, it's a city that's kind of spread out.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more room to breathe. So despite all the hustle and bustle of just regular city living, it's just very congested, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first moved here, I was going downtown. So I live down here, which should be like 30 minutes, but it would take me an hour to get downtown in the morning, and then an hour and a half. Where the extra half hour came from, I don't know. But it took me an hour and a half to get home every day.
Yeah.
And then I had to like drop Milo off at daycare, then drive, then go pick him up, bring him home, and then by the time it was like he didn't even have time to eat dinner. It was like get in the bath, go to bed.
Oh yeah. No, it's when you get home even, you're just like, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to stop at the grocery store. I just want to get home. Like, where's my relaxation?
Yes. And that's where wine comes in.
Exactly.
So today we are actually not drinking wine. So the name of this podcast might be a little bit deceiving, as it is called Mommy Wines. But today I have partnered with Outlaw Distillery. They are sponsoring a few recipe, yummy cocktail, fall-inspired, holiday-inspired cocktail recipes on my blog. If you want, make sure to subscribe over there so you can check those out. But we are currently drinking the Outlaw Distillery spiced rum with an apple cider and what was that? Salted caramel?
Yes.
Smirnoff vodka. It is delicious.
It tastes kind of like a adult version of some kind of Starbucks drink. Like, that's what I'm thinking here.
It is so fall.
It's, yeah, like, what are those? The cider lattes or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Very similar, I feel like.
I feel like those are almost a tea. The name might be a little bit deceiving, but I don't know. I feel like it could be a good tea.
There's no, like, cream aspect to it, but it's got that, like, fall seasoning, cozy feel.
I'm a weird person. I'm one of those people who I do put dairy in my tea.
Oh, I do too.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, like, vanilla, what is that? Earl Grey tea lattes with vanilla. Straight up,
so good.
Tastes like Fruit Loops, and I love it. Like, I hate Fruit Loops,
so
sorry, but I'm not a cereal person. But the Earl tea lattes are one of my favorites.
So we were just talking about the podcast that I actually personally listen to. And there's really only two, or no, three. I listen to Views from David Dobrik and Jason Nash, Straight Up with Stassi from Sir, or the Vanderpump Rules. And then I listen to Joe Rogan. I have no idea what his podcast is called, but he's famous and you should know who he is. What was I? Seriously? I just literally lost my train of thought.
That's mommy brain for you. Like,
yes.
I have a list normally on my hand because if I write it on like a paper, I end up losing it.
Oh, I remember. So, recently I was just listening to Straight Up with Stassi, and she was saying how she saw on, I don't know, Facebook, Twitter, maybe even the news because the world has gone to shit, but Kylie Jenner had never had milk in her cereal. So you said you don't like cereal. Kylie Jenner said that she never had milk until the other day in her cereal. And she is far more a 90s, if not even a 2000s baby than we are.
Yeah.
She had cereal.
I have tons of friends I grew up with. They would not have milk in their cereal. They would get, like, you know those travel size cereal like bowls.
Yeah, like the ones that you just like toss in your backpack on the way out the door to middle school.
They would do that even if like we went over to their house to hang out or whatever. They would have those bowls or just like a baggie of cereal dry, and they would eat it that way. Like, I'd be like,
what?
That makes things even worse. Like, I would never eat cereal
is already like something that's gonna rot your teeth and like ruin your mouth, but it's delicious goodness. But it's only in its delicious goodness form if it's smothered in milk.
Yeah. See, my kids love the kind that have the like sugar cereal, and then on top of that sugariness, there's marshmallows or there's something else extra sugar. I'm like, I'm literally giving you a bowl of candy for breakfast. Alrighty.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. It's just to get out the door. Like, let's just make sure you're eating.
Well, Milo has his two. You actually told me about this, I think. The dentist that is giving away a gift card for new patients.
Yes.
Okay, so a little backstory or tidbit or a little bit of information about Eva that I've learned so far in our Facebook friendship is you are seriously like this fountain of random but super useful information. Like,
yeah. I've been told to be very random.
I don't know where you find this, but Heather said that she took ACE, which is another one of our friends. She's also in the mommy group with us.
Yeah.
And it was like the best experience ever. She was super terrified.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's a Little People's Dentistry, and it's a pediatric dentist. One of the moms groups, I think, that I'm on with Facebook, the wife of the dentist promoted it, saying,
oh, nice.
You know, and I was like, well, currently we're looking for a new dentist since we just moved.
I feel like all of our kids are the same age. So like we're all literally looking for a dentist.
Oh, yeah. And it's about that time of year that I'm making sure that the regular doctor appointments are done, their dentist is done, like, it's about that time I do just everybody all at the same time, so I don't forget, like, because there's been a year that I've forgotten, like,
knock them all
not
out.
To go, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, we're behind, like, so now I just make sure, it doesn't matter whose birthday it is, we all just go at the same time, get them all done. But yeah, we went to this dentist, and my kids never before, like, we've had a good dentist in the past, and they were okay, but this one, literally, we played after our appointment, and they didn't want to leave. Aww. And then my son, 2 days after, was like, Mom, can we go back to the dentist? I'm like, what kid are you? Like,
what kid has ever said that phrase in the history of all children?
Right? Yeah,
it's like a cliche that it's the most dreaded place on earth.
Oh, yeah. And these guys were great. Like, their x-rays were easy. They had, like, a new x-ray gun or something, so you didn't have to go into a special x-ray room to do your x-rays. And I was kind of, like, jealous. I was like, where were you guys when I was a kid? Because...
oh, my gosh. I know. I remember my dentist. I don't know exactly what hometown you're from, but I went to a dentist in Akron. Mm-hmm. And the only thing that was kid about this dentist is that there were some of those cheap vinyl wall decals on the wall. Yeah. And one was like a princess. Another one was like a fish. And there's like 2 or 3 per chair, but the chairs were all in the same room. They were just in a circle with like all of the heads like in the middle. It was like a sunflower of dentistry.
That is weird.
It was very weird. No privacy. And I don't take like the numbing medicine. What is it? Novocaine?
Oh, yeah.
That for some reason doesn't work on me. So they always had to put me to sleep. And anytime like I had like a cavity or anything growing up all the way until I was like an adult, where they were like, we're not going to put you to sleep anymore. You got to be a grown up.
Right.
And it was like so weird because I was asleep as a kid and like there's all these people around me. It was like really uncomfortable and it was like the worst anxiety I think of my life.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, from what I've heard from you and Heather about Ace's appointment, like seriously, I am so excited. I still haven't called because I'm a procrastinator, but I have to get Milo in there.
Yeah, he would love it. It's all they have. The decor is Peter Pan.
Mm.
So all the rooms have like some kind of scene painted, and whoever was the artist painting that did like an awesome job because it's not just wallpaper. It's like someone freehand painted the rooms and in detail.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like my husband helped take the kids because taking 3 little ones can be a handful.
And you have 4 total, right?
I do.
That
yes.
is insane.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So yeah, it keeps my life busy, But I love it. Love being the mom. So.
I am just like drowning over here with one. I could not even imagine. But my baby fever lately has like been getting out of control. It's
mine's like
so
now
awful.
On the decline. I'm like,
well, good. You don't need to hoard all the babies,
right? Yeah, I love
save some babies for the rest of us.
I would be happy to share,
But yes, it is so awful. And what's even worse is like it's Halloween time now. Yeah. So I went shopping for Milo's Halloween costume last night, and he is going to be Harry Potter.
That is too cute.
And I always try to match him in a way, but I've never gone like too kinds of crazy about it.
Uh-huh.
So last year he was one of those little infant like fluffy costumes, and we were foxes.
I saw that. I love that.
It was so cute. I wore like a little orange plaid like farmer girl top, and like I painted my face. And then this year I'm just gonna wear like all black with like a little what was this Gryffindor hat, scarf, and like some knee high like soccer Gryffindor socks. Yeah, they don't play soccer. What is their game? Quidditch.
Oh yeah, the little like gold ball or whatever.
Yeah, like they're like sport varsity.
But who's his like friend that's a girl?
Hermione.
You could totally do like Hermione, like get your hair really frizzy because like in the movies.
Is. Yeah. Like all I have to do is just not style it, and I'll look like a Christmas tree.
That's me too. Especially here, has your skin and hair like all changed moving here? Like
my skin does not do well with the dryness, but I have started using. A friend of mine sent me some. I think it's called Bellamy.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Have you? It's like one of those independent rep style things. Direct marketing of some sort, but it is incredible. She sent it to me to try as like the fall time came around. Yeah. And I've been using it for like 2 weeks, and it's incredible.
I haven't tried it, but like here, also like in Salt Lake is companies, MLM companies, the marketing.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. It's like the hub capital here. Like,
there's Zaya, which is, I do Zaya, but I started doing it for the discount, and now I've been writing blog posts about it, and people are eating it up. So, and I'm wearing Zaya right now, and anytime you listen to a podcast, just imagine me in leggings.
Oh, yeah.
There's Unique is here.
I would say I've seen Unique.
Young Living. doTERRA. Who is actually going to be our next guest. Tara's coming after you.
Oh, she's so fun.
And then I don't even know. Like there has to be more.
There's so
tons.
many more. Yeah, like you go through
I think it's because Salt Lake has a connection airport with LAX, but California has all those strange business laws for like small businesses and startups.
Yeah.
They have they tax the hell out of them. And it's just like all kinds of restrictions. So I think a lot of people come here to Utah. And then because it's an easy flight to California.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm guessing.
I was also wondering if it's because of like the larger families here. A lot of moms stay home. So it's like a good, easy, like stay at home job for the parents.
So true.
Right.
But yeah, there are so many stay-at-home moms, large families. The Mormon religion has a big push for that.
Yeah.
And that was another thing I wanted to ask you. So coming from Ohio, I feel like is such a melting pot. No matter where you are, even in small towns, there's different religions and different cultures and different ethnicities. How do you feel? Like, are you going to be putting your kids in public school here?
Well, my daughter is currently in kindergarten in public school and doing well, but I mean, ultimately, I'd love to homeschool. That's just been a personal feeling for me. But I am not so much a teacher. And my kids do not like mom being the teacher either.
Have you heard of those? I've heard a few rumblings around this area. And I think it's a lot of it has to do with transplant moms like us.
Yeah.
Co-op schooling.
Yes.
Where each mom will have some kind of subject and they kind of rotate throughout the week.
Yeah.
I think that would be super fun.
They do that a lot. Like Portland is also a big advocate for homeschooling as well. And co-ops are very common up there as well because you have different types of approaches that parents want to have with schooling. And so co-ops are great. Especially like for me, I am great in math. But English, like, my kids would be on their own. Like, I would not.
I will so take English.
Right?
Let's find a music and an art and a science, and we're good to go.
History, we just get the textbook,
history.
Right?
Let's look towards the future. Tara just walked in, and we are currently talking about co-op schooling and homeschooling.
And I do online schooling.
You do online?
Yes, that's true. I remember
there are so many options for schooling these days. Like a friend of mine who lives in Detroit, Heather, if you're listening, hello. She does unschooling.
I love that idea.
Which I don't really know too much about it, but she posts all kinds of pictures. She tours with a musical group. I see the look on your face. Yes, she is a new age deadhead.
Honestly, I would love to be able to have that lifestyle.
That would be awesome.
Of moving and traveling and having my kids experience it. Because I feel like growing up in Ohio, there's, a certain stamina, like everybody's the same. No one really moves out of the hometown. And
I get it.
You get so, like, you almost are secluded and you don't know what else is out there. And then once I start moving, I'm like, oh my goodness, I love the world. Like I just want to take all my kids out, like travel, let them experience stuff, like, because I don't want them to be stuck where they don't fit in or whatever. So I love that.
That is a big fear I have for living here, is I'm afraid, because there's already an instant majority of a certain type. And, like, we don't fit into that. So I'm so worried about Milo going to school and him not fitting in.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the first time, so when I went home back to Ohio when I was pregnant with Milo, I vended tons of, like, music festivals and stuff for a few friends of mine.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever felt Milo kick was at a NACO Medicine for the People show. It was really great.
I'm
you
not
should
a big
listen to them.
Music buff.
I think you'd really like them. They're a little free-thinking, but I think you'll like them.
I'm open to, like, anything. I really don't have, like, a standard, like, what's your favorite kind of music. I'm always, like, whatever's on, I listen to. I don't... like, we were talking earlier about what kind of... the standard of what kind of workout music people listen to.
Yes!
And I was laughing because you were saying something about what you listen to, and I don't listen to, like, anything stereotypical. I actually listen to classical music when I run.
Really?
My husband thinks I'm the weirdest person ever because...
So, we were talking about this before we started recording, and all of my friends make so much fun of me because I listen to podcasts and audiobooks on Audible.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're supposed to listen to music that, like, pumps you up and, like, whatever. And I'm just like, I don't do anything at the gym that, like, I need adrenaline for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not lifting heavy pieces of metal and slamming them on the ground. I'm not grunting or sweating like a wild beast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just on my incline trainer, hanging out. This is my time by myself where nobody's tugging at my shirt, yelling mom, like...
Right. It's your therapy session more than, a workout.
I'm by myself, leave me alone, I want to do what I want to do. And they just think it's the funniest thing that I listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to, like, crazy... Like, I was listening to the Kevin Hart book. Okay. And it is hilarious. If you haven't listened to it, you should. It's so funny.
I love his, he has a YouTube channel now that
He
he
does.
does like, workout videos with random people or
He's so
something,
funny.
like he takes ice baths or something with like
He does
athletes.
just
and
weird stuff with weird people.
I'll sit there like with my earbuds in and I'm cracking up laughing and my husband's looking at me like I'm a crazy person.
That's hilarious.
So yeah.
Yeah, so I listened to his book, and I think it's called You Can't Make This Shit Up. It's like his newest one. He's written a few. It's really funny. It's about like his whole life. It's about like his parents and like all the nonsense he went through like growing up in South Philly. And then I listen to a lot of motivational books too. Like I listen to like GoPro, Girl Wash Your Face.
I have started reading that recently. I love it.
So good.
It is a good one. I really enjoy it.
What is the other one? Oh, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck is another good one.
I've heard of that. It's
like,
on a wish list.
I don't think it's like quite motivational. I think it's just more like it gives you a completely different outlook on life.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I have to definitely like star that on my wish list.
A friend of mine, what I really like about like Amazon and that whole like all the companies that spurt off of it is people who have Amazon, like a friend of mine sent me the art book, and I got it for free. Like she like shared it with me.
Oh.
So like if you have, well, you already said you had Amazon, so like I could probably like share it with you because I'm already done reading it. I'm probably not going to read it again or listen to it because let's get real. I'm a mom. I don't have time to like sit down and open a book and turn the pages myself.
Okay,
I'll share it with you and see how that works. I've never shared it, but I've gotten things. I know I'm terrible.
I didn't know that you could do that. Like share it. Maybe like I thought you could share like the link and then they buy it, but I didn't know that you could.
I read it for free. I don't know if the only thing is like I don't know if she can still read it.
Oh, okay.
So let me know in the comments how this works because I'm an old lady and I have no idea how the world works.
I still sometimes have the like paper books. Like
I would love to, but Milo colors or tears everything up in my house.
Oh yeah, that phase.
I used to have 2 lamps. We're currently sitting at my kitchen table, and she can glance right over there and realize that there's only 1 lamp because I used to have 2, and I no longer have one of them. I have nothing on my walls. I try to keep nothing on my countertops. And my friend Julie from Elko used to always come over to my house, and she's like, "Why is your house always clean?" And I'm like, "It's clean because I don't keep anything in it because I have a terrorist for a baby, and he ruins my house. It's not clean. It's just empty."
I love the simplest lifestyle. Like clutter makes me feel like there's chaos, and especially with kids, because it's like the more kids you have, then you have like everybody has a water cup, and then somehow, just in like half hour, I have like 8 water cups or juice cups or something on my counter. I'm like, I have to do a load of dishes already. Like, where is this all coming from?
Luckily, I'm glad like it's just me and Milo, and he's still in a sippy cup. I don't know when I'm supposed to get him off of a bottle or get him off of a sippy cup, but I think he'll just do it on his own. But luckily, we still have those.
Yeah.
And I'm like really dreading the days where he can like reach up into the cupboard himself and get himself a cup. There's literally probably going to be 100 of them all around my house.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It happens a lot.